Okay. Why does my laptop keep doing that? That's so annoying. Guys, hello. Hope yous are all well. Hope yous are all good. I am going to talk about something that is actually kind of uncomfortable to talk about, both for me and I feel in the country we live in Ireland, in the UK. Some people call it Ireland, some people call it UK. Whatever you want to call it, call it. I don't really care. But in this country, it is actually really, really frowned upon, and it shouldn't be. And it's also very uncomfortable to actually be proud of yourself and to actually big yourself up and give yourself credit. Whenever we get a compliment, we first and foremost, the first thing we do is we rub it off and we say, "Oh no, um, I'm not like that," or we try to just like shine it off. Like someone will come in and they're like, "Oh, nice suit," and you're like, "Oh yeah, I got it at Primark." Or someone will say, "Oh, I really like your hair today," and you're like, "Oh yeah, it's just whatever." Like we always push these things off, and sometimes you should just accept it. And if you're proud of yourself, just be proud of yourself and just own it. Because most of us struggle a lot with the fact that we don't love ourselves, and I think the world would be a better place if we actually all did love ourselves. Because when you don't love yourself, oh, there goes my alarm. When you don't love yourself, what happens? That's my bedtime alarm, by the way. When you don't love yourself, you end up hating other people. When people hate, it's because they're not happy within themselves. When people make fun of others, when people bully, when people do those things, it's because something's not going right in their life, and there's frustration, there's pain, and it came from something. It came from somewhere where there was a point where they weren't happy. So if we could actually all get to a point where we could be proud of ourselves and we could love ourselves, even to just a better level than we already do, I think the world would be a far better place. And yeah, Samantha, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you everyone for jumping on and being a part of this. But yeah, I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm proud of myself because of what I've done. I'm proud of myself for hitting the followers that I've hit. I'm even more proud of myself for the actual impact that I've seen that I've been able to have from doing my event and from being able to see the people in front of me who had invested in themselves and who had went there and seeing everyone talk to each other, seeing everyone interact. And that's something the version of me last year wouldn't have been strong enough or mature enough to actually say and actually be able to say I'm proud of myself because I don't want to be seen as being big headed or too big for my boots. But if you can't up yourself, if you can't hype yourself up, how are you going to hype someone else up? Part of my job is to hype other people up and to allow them to understand that they're winning when they don't even feel they're winning. Because a lot of us, like, and I get it all the time with clients, they're winning, they're moving forward, but they're still almost they can't feel the excitement, they can't feel that feeling of being proud of themselves because they're just so used to not bigging themselves up. And that's where it's my job to big other people up. So for me to big other people up, I need to be able to big myself up. And to big yourself up, what is that? That's confidence. And how do we build confidence? We build confidence, and I will keep saying this to the day I die. These will be probably my last words. We build confidence for making small promises to ourselves and then keeping those promises. The reason a lot of people have a lack of confidence is because they set goals too high. They don't achieve those goals, and what happens? They get disappointed. They feel like they failed. Boom, and then their confidence crashes. So if you want to rebuild up your confidence, you don't start at level 55 and you set a level 55 goal. Like I'm going to do this huge thing. You start small. You say, you know what, I'm going to make this small promise to myself. I'm going to wake up on my alarm, or I'm going to go for a cold shower in the morning, and I'm not going to let my mind negotiate with myself, and I'm just going to go and do it anyway. That's how you build confidence, for making those small promises and then keeping it. I'm going to go to the gym at 7 a.m. Go to the gym at 7 a.m. Go through with it. The same way if you had a friend and if you kept telling that friend, oh yeah, I'll meet you for a coffee at 6 o'clock, and then you miss the coffee. And then you're like, oh yeah, sorry about that. This happened. You make an excuse to that friend. And then you say, okay, I'll meet you for a coffee this next weekend. And then if you missed it again and you miss that again and again, you would eventually not trust that friend. And what happens with ourselves? We make promises to ourselves, which we don't keep, which then ruins our own trust with ourselves and our own confidence in ourselves. So if you're not confident in yourself, remember that and start at level 1. Don't start at level 55. Start small. and build up from there. Samantha said you should be proud. It's wild to see everything you're doing. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I used to get a compliment like that and like really shun it off, but you know what? Thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for coming on and being part of this and even saying that compliment. Like it's incredible. So thank you. And yeah, shoot me a message. We'll catch up. What's going on with you? Or even type it in the chat. Where does that come from? Generationally shaming ourselves because Jesus and religion was kind of pro-love neighbor as yourself. How and when did religion or faith become such a shameful seed? I don't know. I'm actually not an eternal being. I don't know why. Like if in religion, and obviously people have been following religion for years, like it is okay, love thy neighbor. It's to do that. But like, why have we shunned off that where we actually can't have that love? And again, it's very hard to love someone else when we don't love ourselves. So I don't actually know. I don't have all the answers in the world, but I just know that it is something that is very common here in this country to see someone else do good and to try to drag them down, and to even see yourself do good and to self-sabotage and be like, I'm not doing good, and not being proud of yourself and not being happy and not being fulfilled, and looking at people who are doing big things and being quote unquote successful. Remember, success is subjective to what you think success is. But seeing these people do big things and thinking, oh, we don't do that here. In Ireland and the UK, we don't go for big things. In Ireland and the UK, we don't hype ourselves up. In Ireland and the UK, we don't have energy. Where'd that come from? I don't know. But I want to try my best to make a change to that. So yeah. Owen, what's the crack? I was actually meant to text you. Bro didn't ask me to go for a coffee in Starbucks earlier. Mate, I'm sorry. I was just getting back from my walk. And I was going to, what was I going to do? I was going to reply to actually, I was getting back from my walk. I purposely didn't do anything on my walk because I just wanted a break from work. And then I was going back to do some client replies. Brother, apologies. You should ask me. You got to be the one who asked first. I'll Google it. Lol, sorry. Keep doing your thing, you lovely human. Thank you very much for your lovely human as well. We not eat, but men must be full. Numb it. What the fuck? I don't know what you mean. If you see this, what made you start hyping yourself up? I wouldn't really say hype myself up, but what helped me to gain confidence was by making promises to myself and then keeping those promises. Simple as that. So if you have low confidence, make small promises to yourself and build it up. I go for a cold shower in the morning. That's first thing in the morning. I make a promise and I follow that, and I drink about 500 mils of water and have a bit of salt or electrolytes with that. That's something so simple, but by me keeping to that routine and following through that routine every single day, I reaffirmed to myself that I am a man of my word. So you want to be a woman of your word or a man of your word. So yeah, fall through the things you say. Stop bullshitting yourself and stop telling yourself these things that you're never going to go through. And that doesn't mean you have to like hit these huge goals. Start small and build up from there. So yeah, that's how you hype yourself up, by taking action, following through with what you said you're going to do. Fagan said, Catalyst vid was the closest video to actual experience I've ever seen. Absolute mental. Brother, thank you very much. Thank you for being a part of the day. You were actually a big part of the video. I think you were on the video like 5 times, and also you were speaking in the video multiple times. So yeah, I didn't even make the video, but they must have liked you, mate. So congratulations. And also, I know you said about leaving your job, lad. How's that going? Did you have that conversation? I know I had that conversation about leaving my job, leaving my 9 to 5 about a year and 4 months ago. Feels like a lifetime ago, but completely changed my life. And obviously you've got what you need to do that. You've got what you need. You've got the backing, you've got the clientele, you've got the confidence, you've got the personality. So I know you're going to kill it. I cannot wait. Alfie Russell Coaching said, sign up to Dialed In. Thank you, brother. Alfie's a new client. He actually joined literally last week. I was doing a live last week. Alfie asked a question and I got back to it. It was actually a question about coaching. I got back to it and we were just chatting after, and we ended up noticing that Alfie's trying to launch this coaching business. I've obviously been doing it now 2 years, and we put 2 and 2 together, and now we're working together, and Alfie is killing it. As you can see, he's even got his own coaching page. So anyone on this live, give Alfie a follow. He's the next big thing. Just you watch Alfie Russell Coaching. Mark the words. Like literally in a week, this man is in a week, it's insane. You've went from just maybe not really knowing what you're doing to setting up the business, coaching your first clients, a good amount of them, also uploading on social media consistently, doing those things outside of your comfort zone. You're now in a diet and you're now walking the walk and getting into incredible shape. Lad, fair fucking play to you. Fair play to you. And I would say that as well if it was on a call or anything. So well done, lad. And remember, you did this. Don't just say it was on me. Kiwi said, can I join? Can I join what? Keep the eyes peeled tomorrow, brother. Don't be spoiling. Oh, sugar. Okay, there's not that many in this live, so it's going to be kept. It's going to be kept on the low. Okay, no stress. But yeah, fair play to you. Someone asked, what made you consider the fact you're worth it? Good parents, love in your life. What deeper things drive you? And if it makes just survival evolutionary, that makes sense. I don't know. Very, very good questions here. Very deep questions here. What made you consider the fact you're worth it? Good parents. To be fair, I always say this. I didn't believe in myself for a lot of different things. Like a lot of the different things I achieved, I didn't believe in myself before I achieved it. And obviously, it's good to believe in yourself. It helps to believe in yourself. You feel better when you believe in yourself. But the problem is, a lot of us wait until we believe believe in ourselves to actually do the thing. I believe that it's actually just better to accept that sometimes we're not going to believe in ourselves and do it anyway. So I didn't always feel like I was worth it, but I just did the action anyway, and I just took the action anyway. And I surrounded myself with people who would lift me up. I invested in multiple different coaches who I learned from, who lifted me up and raised me to a higher standard. I went into different mentorships that lifted me up and raised me to a higher standard. When I didn't believe in myself, it didn't matter because other people did. Other people pushed me. Other people held me accountable. So that's something that really helped me big time. Because of course, my parents aren't into business, so they couldn't push me in business. My parents don't do social media, so they couldn't push me in social media. So I just went to the people that had the skills and had the results that I wanted, and I asked them for the formula, and I asked them to keep me accountable, and that completely changed my life. And I went in the right rooms as well. That's why I've started Catalyst, which is a way for you to get in a room with people to grow. So yeah, Nikata has said it's just a joke, something to tease friends about when you're head over heels for a guy. What is a joke? What is it? I don't know. What joke am I missing? What's a joke? I don't know what you're on about. Alfie said, honestly, couldn't recommend this fine man enough. Thank you. Fine man. So bloody helpful. You won't regret it. Alfie, again, remember, I could tell a lot of different people to do different things, but they're not going to listen. You've done this as well. You're an agentic person. You have agency. You go for it. Whenever I give you the instructions, you follow. But there's a lot of people I could give instructions to, and they're not going to follow it. So yeah, fair play to you for doing what you've done. Next couple of months, guys, keep your eyes peeled on my page for Alfie's result. Follow Alfie as well, and keep your eyes peeled for the next biggest thing. Just watch. Just you guys watch. Mark this word. See if Alfie keeps up this momentum that he has. In 1 week, he has changed the game. In a few weeks, in a few months, in a year. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Alfie's taking his all. When giving a random hugs, did one ever reply with a kiss? What? To be fair, actually, a few weeks ago, I was in Dublin. I was giving someone a hug. It was an older man. I could hear like a wee. He tried to kiss me. I could hear like a kind of, and I was like, oh, all right, okay. I don't bat that way. So yeah, thanks for asking that question. Thank you. Samantha said, what made you decide to start coaching? How did you know when it was that one thing for you? Yes, so I was actually asked this today in a talk. For me, and a lot of people ask me, right, like, how do I find my passion? How do I find what I want to do? Like, obviously, I can't just tell you what it is that you're going to want to do with your life. But what I did was I call it the concept of I kept kicking. I kept trying new things. I tried so many different things, so many different sports, so many different jobs. And then from all the different things I found, I could see and those little beeps of interest that I got in different things. And then from that, I was able to make up, right, what am I passionate about? Or passionate, you're not always going to feel passionate about things, but basically your passion comes from what are you good at? What can you excel at that other people can't really do, and they can't excel at? What do other people struggle with that you actually find kind of easy? That could also be your passion, because you're going to be passionate at the end of the day at what you're good at. Like, you're not just going to wake up and be like, I'm really, really passionate about this, but you try something that doesn't work. You try the next thing. For me, I did boxing. I did jiu-jitsu. I then studied my PT course. I was working in person in different gyms, taking different fitness classes. I volunteered. I was doing like delivering meals to people's houses. And then the guy who I was delivering meals to people's houses with told me like, oh yeah, you should like try being an actor to see what that's like. So I was an extra on movies, so I could like see into like that film sort of scene if I wanted to do something like that. I just kept trying. I kept trying new things, and then from trying new things over and over and over again, you build trust with yourself, you build confidence with yourself, and then you can find a lot more about yourself and then figure out what you're passionate about. Even like solo traveling, something that I know a lot of you on this call want to do, go traveling by yourself, put yourself in new environments. That by itself had a really big impact on me. So yeah, if you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm passionate about, you needed to start putting yourself in new environments. If you've been in the same environment for the last year or 2 years, 3 years, book a trip away. You're so much more creative when you're somewhere new, when you're interacting with new people. Hang out with like a different group of people. Go to a run club. Go to like some sort of group. I do hikes, and I'll shout out Eamon Swale. He is super social. Go to a different group. We're going to meet new people, and then from that, you're sometimes you're just one person away from completely changing your life. Someone could tell you something, you're like, oh my God, why haven't I not done that? So that is what I would say for like finding your passion. For coaching, personally, for me, I tried a bunch of different things and tried a bunch of different jobs. And then I ended up finding, okay, this is actually what I really enjoy. And coaches had such an impact on my life. Like I know when I was 17, when I was going through school, when I was into the gym and fitness, when other people weren't really, everyone else was more into sport. I was doing a fitness modeling sort of competition in school. Not a normal thing to do in school. So like obviously I felt a wee bit alone. I'm sitting here dieting down, taking my meal prep. Oh shit, Instagram's off. 2 seconds, folks. 2 seconds. For anyone on TikTok, download this app. It's called Opal. It locks you out of your screen whenever you're scrolling. So if you find that you keep doom scrolling, download Opal. It will really help. But it also kicks me off Instagram whenever I'm going live. So folks, we're still here. We're still here. I just want to make sure we're back. Sorry about that. Opal just kicked me off. So what was I talking about there? What was I talking about? Yes. So when I was in school, I was training for a fitness modeling competition. You could imagine how lonely that is, or like how different that is. So I didn't really have anyone that related to me. I was taking meal prep into school for lunch. I was like getting up early to do steps, and like at that point, no one really got me. I kind of felt lonely, so I started listening to podcasts of different coaches who would talk about different concepts and talk about self growth and talk about self improvement and talk about business and talk about social media. And I seen them uploading social media, and it was always something I wanted to do. So like I feel like that was always in the back end, like sort of in my mind, just knocking away. Like this is something you want to do. This is something you should do. These people have had such a tremendous impact on you. Imagine the impact you could have on other people if you actually did this. So that's when I actually came to the realization, this is what I want to do. This is what I can do. And yeah, then I just went all in. I started posting on social media. I took on my first few clients for free and got results for them. I got a result for myself. And then that's when people started to reach out. I did my first intake for coaching. I believe in the first week it was mad. I got something like 8 to 10 clients, which at the time I was like, this is crazy, because it was 8 to 10 paid clients. And I was like, what? So it was like the first ever time I like had made money myself in a proper business. I sold sweets in school, but obviously I wasn't really balling back then. So yeah, that's what got me into it. I hope that answers your question. Probably a very long-winded answer. But anytime someone asks me a question, I always like to sort of answer it in a way so anyone who's listening can get value off it. So again, if anyone has any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Ask away. And what you're thinking about asking, someone else might be thinking about asking. So like, there's no such thing as a stupid question. As I say, you surprise yourself with what you could do, but why? Did you do it anyway? Okay, people around you, wonderful humans around you, that's beautiful, and it makes sense. So yeah, like as I said, I surrounded myself with the right people. I put myself in those rooms. I went to different self-growth events, different self-improvement events. I invested into different coaches, into different mentorships. I basically paid people for the blueprint, and it made me move so much faster. So like, for example, if you want to get into shape, anyone can get into shape themselves, but it's going to be a big struggle. Sometimes just investing in someone and putting your money down, that's only going to push you to get it done. And that's what happened with me, even in business and social media. I invested in social media coaches. I invested in business coaches. And what happened then? It really pushed me. It lit a fire up my fucking ass to start doing shit. So yeah, that's what I found really, really helped me. TikTok, going to get back to the comments in a second. I'm just finishing up The ones on Instagram. Again, yeah, Alfie, my autograph crack turned off. Alfie, yes. Can't be spelling Alfie's name wrong. Like, come on. You worked in corporate before, didn't you? Yes, I did work in corporate before. I did indeed. Hello, Kurgan. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're good. Right, let's wrap this up. Well, we're finishing off Instagram messages, and I'm going to go. But if anyone on Instagram has any other messages, let me know. So I'm going to go over to TikTok now. Really good question off the top. I'm just going to go from the bottom to the top. See if anyone asked a question earlier and they want to re-ask the question, just retype it in the chat, because sometimes I find it hard to see the questions on the top of the chat because so many people have joined since. So this is a really good question. Do looks actually help, or are they a myth? So being completely honest, looks will have an impact on like different things. But there's only so much you can control. So make sure you're controlling the controllables. I know I haven't like shaved recently, but like, what's something you can control? If you're a man, you can control if you're well groomed. So be well groomed, get a good haircut, make sure your hair is not greasy, make sure you're wearing good clothes. Of are all different ways you look that betray something. So, and I know I'm not wearing a suit right now, like, but it is fucking 10:30 at night. So I think he's can give me a bit of stick there. But yeah, looks are going to have an impact, unfortunately. And pretty privilege obviously does have a sense, and it is in the world. It is getting better. But for any of yous, focus on what you can control. Focus on making sure that you're presentable. And the most important thing is like how you articulate yourself. Most people don't actually really remember how you look. That's like a small piece of the puzzle. Most people remember how you made them feel. Simple as. And charisma is a skill you can learn from habits. It is all learnable. So focus on building up your charisma. Focus on your ability to communicate and how to make people feel better, how to make people feel interesting. That's what I would recommend for you. So yes, looks are going to have an impact. The emotions that someone gets whenever you're around them, how you make them feel, will have such a bigger impact. So Kev, I would focus on that. I would 100% focus on that. Be well groomed, get a good haircut, wear decent clothes, stand up straight, but make sure the people you come into contact to, you show energy, you show agency, you show that, like, if you're trying to get a job, show them that you're obsessed, show them that you're interested, be thankful. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Any other questions, let me know, folks. Let me know. Because TikTok, I've lost most of the questions in TikTok, I'm not going to lie, because for some reason in TikTok, anytime anyone interacts in the chat or joins, it just like moves all the questions to the top, which is really annoying. Someone said, Dari says, hey man, I love your videos. People spend so much time running and not enough time embracing fear. Exactly. I always say, see if something scares you, if something makes you feel nervous or uncomfortable, most people take that as a sign to not do it. Most people take that as a sign to not go for it. Anytime you feel that feeling, that is the sign to do it. Because with that, so much self-growth, so much to learn about yourself will come. So much wisdom will come. So when you feel nervous, let that be the thing that pushes you to do something. Respawn Revenge said, bro keeps waffling and ignoring TikTok chat. I was replying to the Instagram messages first. So yeah. Kenny said, can you read me a bedtime story? No, I cannot. Whoever called you transgender, well done, because everyone's calling you that now. Ha ha ha. Yes. Okay. Okay. Call me a transgender. Go for it. Kenny, how old are you? I am, no one believes me. I'm 21 years old. Or sorry, I'm 43. You can tell me what one you believe. I'm 43 years old. That's why I'm so wise. Should I go to Turkey? I don't know if you should go to Turkey. Go to Turkey to get like your teeth done, or like different things done, or like your hair done. No, you don't have to. Like, it's how you feel. If you're going to feel a lot better with like a better hairline or turkey teeth, then go for it. But remember, most people don't actually really care. Oh my God, like, who's the last person that you really remember and you're like, oh my God, their turkey teeth, oh my God, they were so they made me feel this great way, or they're a legend. You don't really remember that. What you remember is that person made me feel amazing, and that's what you have control of. So don't overthink about looks. Don't overthink about getting your turkey hairline or your turkey teeth. Think about, okay, what can I do to make myself more charismatic? to show confidence, to show agency, to show obsession. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. So yes, McFall, well, what's a crack? Hope you're good. Someone said, I am Indian boy. Fair play. I am Irish boy. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, brother. Have a good night, fella. Have a great night. Hello, Owen. Hello, Owen. Mind when you used to walk in the kitchen in Student Roost at 1 a.m. and make your chicken? Who's this? C. Kelly. Connell, yes, sir. I do remember. I can never forget. And I still do. I still have the exact same dinner every single night. You cannot beat your chicken thighs and rice. Like, that is the top tier dinner. You cannot beat it. So yeah. Whew. Big fan of the Tech Talks. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. I actually started like at the end of that year. I believe that was 2.5 years ago. I've been uploading on social media now. So one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. So happy I did it. Owen, you watching the UFC this weekend? And if who are you going for, Justin or Paddy? I don't watch the UFC. So Justin or Paddy, I don't know. Let the best man win. That's what I say. That's where my money's going. Right, folks, I'm going to shoot off in the next few minutes. If anyone has any last-minute questions, ask away or forever hold your peace. Whatever it is, if you're thinking, oh, I'll just ask this person this thing. A lot of the time we ask questions and we know the answer, but like it's good to actually ask the question to be held accountable or to get that push to follow through or to implement the answer. So if you have something that you want to ask now or forever hold the peace. As I said, Sissy, hello, hope you're good. Where am I from? I am from Ireland, up north. Some people call it Northern Ireland. And you know what? If you call it Northern Ireland, that's okay. That's fine. You can call it Northern Ireland or Ireland. I don't care. I call it Ireland. So, yeah. Samantha said, if chicken and rice is your top tier meal, what's your top tier vegan meal you recommend to your clients? Top tier vegan meal, it depends. Like, it really depends because some vegans just don't like certain foods. Like, I know I've got a vegan client that doesn't like tofu and they have oats for dinner with like vegan protein powder. So yeah, like obviously I'm not a vegan, but I know a lot of vegans do like their tofu. So like tofu would be a good thing. I'm not a massive fan myself, but like I eat meat and I have my chicken thighs, my chicken breasts. So I don't need tofu. So I would say like tofu or like keep it simple. And I say keep it simple for any diet you're doing, even if you're a meat eater too. The more simple you can keep your diet, the easier it is to follow. Like whenever I'm cutting or I'm bulking, if I'm on a fat loss phase or if I'm trying to build muscle, I just keep my diet so simple. Also, I haven't actually mentioned, if anyone wants, they're not vegan, by the way, unfortunately, but if anyone wants some free meal plans sent over to them to help them start their health and their fitness journey, just message me the words meal plan on Instagram and I'll send over some meal plans to you for completely free, just because I respect everyone here for coming onto this live and taking their time. So yeah, just to give back, if anyone would like a meal plan or any of your friends want a meal plan, fucking send them my way. I will send them over for them and get that into their inbox ASAP. So yeah, I would say keep it simple, just oats, something nice and simple. Best country, yes sir, up Ireland. I loved your video lying on the floor. It shocked me. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And remember, it's not just about lying on the floor. It's about doing that thing that you've been pushing off. It's about going for that thing, whether that's asking the girl or the guy out, if that's that career jump, if it's leaving that job, or if it's even starting your fitness journey. Go for it. Let that be the catalyst to finally change your flipping life. So yeah, sorry about the alarm. It just went there now. Gabrielle, Gab, I'll just call you. What made you start doing the TikToks? So I started doing them. Why did I start doing them? So I uploaded on YouTube like years ago. Samantha and all this. I uploaded YouTube way back when I was in primary school. When I was like, I was like 10, I think. I was 8, 9, or 10. And like that's when I first was like, oh, I would love to like upload stuff. And I uploaded 2 videos and then I just stopped. So like you could say I started then, but then I like whenever I was like in secondary school, 16, 17, 18, I used to make edits of like different things and I would just send it to my friends. I would never actually upload it. So I still had an interest there. And then whenever I was in first year uni, I remember I started doing 75 hard and I uploaded like 5 videos and then I took them all down. I was embarrassed. So I actually deleted the video. I think I actually privated them. I privated all the videos and I did in a post. And then 6 months later, that's when I like tried a bunch of different things. I decided I'm sick of the way I am. I'm sick of being out of shape. I'm sick of like being a miserable motherfucker. So I changed my life. I hired a coach. I got into the best shape of my life. I was held accountable. I started posting on social media. I documented my process of getting into better shape, and then it all took off from there. So that's when I fully actually locked in. That was about 2.5 years ago when I fully locked in on the social media. But I actually started social media, YouTube, which Samantha remembers very, very well. It was actually great. I really regret deleting those videos because I would love to get them back up. But I started back in like when I was 10. So I don't even know what year that was. It was a long time ago. But yeah, but I'm glad like I finally followed through with it. I'm glad I finally went back and did it because it was always something in the back of my head. And I actually remember a funny story. I remember I was in first year in school and I still had the YouTube videos up that I had made in primary school, and I hadn't like deleted them yet. I just stopped posting. I went to I went in secondary school and everyone took the piss out of me. Well, all the like cool kids took the piss out of me. They were like, "Oh, he does YouTube. He's a famous YouTuber." And like, I just remember, oh fuck, these guys are all taking the mick out of me. And I ended up deleting all the videos. It was like 2 videos, but I deleted them. But I eventually sorted myself out. I eventually went for what I wanted, and I completely changed my life. And I finally started posting social media 2.5 years ago, and now the rest is history. And I've built my life off it. So yes, thank you for the question. We are going to have to wrap up because my Instagram's going to run out. It has Opal up. We're getting a lot of questions in, so actually I don't like leaving any questions, so I'm going to answer them. Instagram, it might kick you out for a wee second. I just need to extend. I have an app called Opal. It kicks me off my phone. So 2 seconds. Fuck, YouTube's going to turn off. 2 seconds, TikTok. Get this app, Opal, if you are struggling with scrolling. If you're always scrolling, this app, Opal, it locks you out of your phone for a certain amount of time. So then you can't scroll. So you could have it turned off at like 10:30. Right, Instagram, we're back. It's actually getting very warm. So I'm going to take this off. Right, last few questions I'm going to answer, and then we're going to wrap up the night. I have a bedtime I need to hit and a hot shower I need to get. So, yeah, who have we got on? Thank you, folks, for all coming on. Right, last few questions, and then we'll go. Right, Ruby2B, you're first. You are up. And if I miss anything else, just anyone type in. Hey, I'm an aspiring kids TV presenter. I have my own YouTube show. I love your content. It's so inspiring. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Ruby posts motivational videos, street interviews, my YouTube show, etc. as I'm an aspiring TV presenter. Everyone, drop Ruby a follow, help her out, support her. You have to respect the grind. You have to respect it. I know how hard it is whenever you're first starting, and maybe you don't have friends that support you. But like, yeah, guys, go onto our page, spread some positivity. I respect you putting yourself out there and going for this. So, yeah. Any last questions? What skincare do you use? I go for a cold shower every morning and a hot shower as well most nights. So that's like my real skincare. I don't actually use any products, to be honest. And I shave electric. So very specific questions. Thought it was going to be more in self-growth. But yeah, I don't actually use anything special. Now and again, I do moisturize if I notice the skin's dry. But nothing fancy. I was the same. I used to post videos for my wellness coaching, then freaked out, so deleted them. Gabriel, Gab, get back at it. Don't let people tell you what to do, like, and don't let those people impact you. And I know I did, and it's one of the things I kind of partially regret. So, yeah, go for what you want and get back on them. Get back on the posts. Right, last question, Maria. Hello. What would you tell someone who's pushing 40, earning 50K in a job they hate, that consumes? This is really deep, and I don't want to tell you to do something that's going to ruin your life. Very, very pressure. I'm under pressure now. Earning 50K in a job they hate that consumes them, but they need the money. How do they know when to leave and pursue something more authentic? So this is a really deep question. I just want to say before I answer this question, this goes for everyone you see online. At the end of the day, you have to make the choice yourself. Don't let any business mentor, business guru, anyone online tell you like what way you should go with your life. Obviously, they can make recommendations. Like in my post, I always say, put yourself out of your comfort zone, it'll help you grow. That's a recommendation. You don't have to do that. And again, the answer I'm going to give you, you don't have to do it. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt. Take everything everyone says with a pinch of salt. Realize that there's going to be people that have like an agenda behind what they tell you to. So just be careful around that. My advice to you is to I would just do like a list. Do like, right, what are the positives of staying? What are the negatives of staying? What are the risks if I leave? The sound in your latest video was muted. Thank you very much for letting me know. I'll need to take it down. What are the risks if I leave, and am I okay with that downside? So if I leave, what is the worst thing that can happen? What is the worst case scenario? Could you get that job? Because a lot of people think, oh my God, I can't leave this job. It's a huge risk. Maybe it's not a huge risk. Because what if you leave the job, it doesn't work out? Could you go back into that job, or could you get some other job or a different job? And in that different job, it might be less paid. You might only be getting 20K a year. You might only be getting 25K a year. But that could be worth it because you enjoy your job more and you enjoy your lifestyle. If it's draining your soul, if it's consuming you, well then, I'm not going to tell you to leave it. But if you want to leave it, do what you feel is right. So yeah, hope that helps. Hope that helps. And I was the same. I was in a job. It didn't consume me. I didn't really hate it, but I had something else going and I was feeling really drained because I was doing so much at the same time. And I had to make the choice at a young age to drop out of my full-time degree and full-time job, which was paying me very, very well. I had to make that choice. It was a very hard decision. And what I did was I tried to get other people to answer the question for me because I couldn't answer the question myself because I wanted someone else to make the decision for me so I could shift the blame to them. That's what we do subconsciously. We can't make a choice. We can't make a hard choice. We ask other people. And I asked so many people and all of them gave their advice. Some people told me to stay. Some people told me to leave. But see, at the end of the day, it came down to me. And it came down to me making the choice to stay or go. I made the choice to go. It worked out for me. I'm aware it's not going to work out for everyone. So like, you know yourself. I don't know you. I can't tell you to leave your job because you could leave your job and maybe entrepreneurship's not for you or the thing that you're going to go for isn't for you. So I'm not going to tell you to leave your job. You know yourself. Most of us have the answer in our head, but we're just too afraid to actually go for it and too afraid to make it. So yes, I hope that is useful, Maria. Let me know if it is. If not, I don't know. I'll leave the call. I will leave the call. So yes, lol, I am deep. I am deep. What do you mean I am deep? The question tells you I have checked out. Yeah, Maria, again, if you feel you've checked out and it is literally consuming you, again, I'm not going to tell you to leave your job, but you have to make a decision because not making a decision is a decision in itself. So make some sort of decision. All right, last few questions, and then we're going to wrap up for the night. Hope this session has been very useful for y'all. By the way, if anyone would like a free meal plan sent off to them to help them on their health and their fitness journey, I give them out for completely free. So all you have to do is go to Instagram, message me meal plan, and I will send them off for free. And make sure you get sorted for 2026 to make it a smashing year. Make sure you're sitting in the beach with the body which we want, the dream body that you want. So, yes, someone asked you Chinese. I'm not Chinese. I'm not Chinese. When did you move from China? I'm not Chinese. I'm not Chinese. So, yeah. Where do you start feeling a bit stuck? Where are you starting what? I found my body first. So I got into shape first before I went for like business and stuff. Because I find from getting into shape, you build your confidence, you build your trust in yourself. So like I always say, start getting into shape. There's going to be so many aspects of your life that can improve when you first and foremost get into shape. And then that will transfer. It is transferable skill. It will transfer into other things. So yes, what do I miss most about China? Nothing. I'm not from China. You're nothing special, Paul. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I'm nothing special. Marty, I'm nothing special. Someone told me I'm not special. Can you believe that?
Well, you're very special.
Oh God. Lad, I know I'm nothing special. I am no one special. Go easy. Tony, I know I'm nothing special. But so what? I'm just a person that decided to put on a live and decided to post on social media, and it's working out for me. And I built my business and my life off the back of it. I know I'm nothing special. I'm special fried rice because I'm from China, according to Daki and Paul. So yeah. Do you have Instagram? Yes, it's just my name, Owen McGinn 123. How dare you? Cheers, brother. How dare I? How dare you? Right, folks, I'm going to have to go. I have to go. Things are getting heated. Tony's getting angry. Tony's getting pissed off. And I'm getting a bit scared. Fuck's sake. Right. Folks, thank you all for coming on. Tony, make sure you're following me for next time I go live. I'm actually going to drop you a follow now, Tony, just to make sure any of your posts that come up I can see and I can support. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Have an incredible time. If anyone would like some free meal plans, just send me over the words meal plan on Instagram, and I will send them over to you for completely free. And yeah, help you out on your health and fitness journey. Folks, thank you very much for coming on. Have an absolute incredible one. Are the meats Chinese? No, they are not. See you later. Tony, all the best. YouTube, thank you very much. There's no one on YouTube left. Bye.